Okay guys, so today's Wednesday and it's yoga day, so I'm off to yoga right now. I've got my yoga bag and hopefully I should be able to film some of it, so let's go. Okay, cool, so I just pulled up to my parents' house. This is my dad. Well, actually, you think he's popped by the sailor man, but my dad actually was the guy who introduced me to the yoga here, because he actually did the yoga the first time, and then you did it the first time on your own, and then you wanted to have like an introductory thing to see if it was any good, and then you told me that about it the week after, but then I couldn't go that week, but I've been going this week and last week. So today is session number 2. And last week was really good. Oh, I was sore, yeah. Last week I was sore. But it's kind of like, it's weird because this one's more like stretching your like muscles that you didn't even know you had and stuff. Yeah, it's weird. I think the first one we went to was more like just therapeutic, I think.
Yeah, I believe this is more spiritual, which appeals to me, and I think it does to you.
Yeah, this one, that's what we're all about. Yeah, I think this one was way better. Anyway, so I'm going to try and take as much video footage of me doing it anyway, because I want to look back on this anyway and look at it for myself, but you guys get to see what we're doing. That's going to be kind of fun, isn't it?
Our lotus pose, again, wherever you can take it, we just try to elevate every session. So right leg, heel of the right leg, into that pelvic area, all right, or wherever you can get it. Bringing that left leg in, either go into Ardha Padmaasana, half lotus, where you just roll it under the knee, or if you can, very good, nice stand, yep, lift, prepare the body. Clearing our heads of any exterior thoughts. So you can do either way. Some people just like to have it a bit wider. Okay? So again, remember, keep that bum down on the ankle. I just want you to try and get your bum down a bit. Deep inhale. Exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. There you go, so really try and push down. Engage. You should be feeling lighter in your body. Shoulders and chest should be expanded. Feeling more zen and at peace. We always begin and end our practice of yoga by chanting Om 3 times. Deep inhale. Om. Start to hinge forward at the waist, bending down, and say Namaskara Asana. Try to get your forehead to touch the ground. We bow down and thank the universe for the practice of yoga. We thank our mind, body, and spirit for the progress in our daily practice. And in yoga we always say, where we are in the present is perfect. Deep inhale, slowly coming up in Namaskara Asana. Exhale.
Okay, so I'm back home now. I'm like showered and everything. Sorry if my hair's a bit crazy. It's a bit long and it's not long enough to all put in a bun, so you have to bear with me. So basically I'm back from yoga now. And as you saw, it was quite interesting. There's similar stuff. It's like partly meditative, because this one, like my dad was saying, was like, this one's more spiritual, so it's partly meditative, but then it's all about stretching and doing poses in certain ways. That's basically what yoga is. Now, I wanted to know, is yoga good for autism? Is yoga good for people with an autism spectrum condition? Can it help people with an autism spectrum condition? And my honest answer is going to be yeah, I think so. I think it's a great thing. To be honest with you, I think that it's so relaxing. It kind of like, it's a way of therapy without actually going to see a therapist, if that makes any sense. I find it super relaxing because your mind's going 1,000 miles an hour, right? Everybody with an autism spectrum condition, their heads is going crazy miles an hour, and like they think really, really fast. So having time out to just calm your mind and relax is something that I suppose I never get, and I never get time to do, or I never think about it. I never actively think about it. Even though I'm always thinking like, oh, maybe I should relax. And like I was saying in the video before, like my relaxation is doing crazy stuff, and I love doing crazy stuff. And, you know, I love researching stuff or doing something or learning skills, and I don't actually like just doing nothing. But when you're doing yoga, it's kind of like working out. So I enjoy working out, but then it's like working out with a meditative relaxation part onto it, which is just like, that's the best thing ever. Look, yoga's not going to be for every single person. I know that, but I believe that there are parts of yoga which everybody can take away, even if it's just the meditation parts of yoga that you could take to help, you know, just de-stress, because a lot of like problems, like a lot of physical problems, come from stress, and people with, you know, autism spectrum conditions have high levels of stress, high levels of anxiety, huge depression issues, mental health issues are definitely on the rise with people with autism spectrum disorders. So my advice would be, if you're thinking about ways to improve your mental health, yoga is definitely the way to go. Now, if you're not really wanting to do the yoga part, you can also just go for meditation classes, because it comes from the same stuff. So look at Buddhist meditation classes, look at just meditation classes, and at the very least, you should have some clinic close to you that will do mindfulness courses. Now, mindfulness is a more clinical adaptation of the secular version of meditation from Buddhism and mindfulness in Buddhism, and then they took it and made it kind of like more clinical. This is a very interesting concept, because I feel like mindfulness is a really good way to do a few things. One, it expands the mind, expands time, or your perception of time. But the other thing is, it actually calms your mind down and helps you be present in the moment. And we're all like busy, like our lives are crazy busy, like we're rushing around, we're constantly doing stuff, we're here, there and everywhere, and we're constantly just ever changing and busy. And there's nothing wrong with being busy, but it's nice to take time back and to just sit back and relax, especially people who are susceptible to mental health conditions and people on the neurodiverse spectrum like autism, because it's important that we do that. I feel like it's important anyway. So if you have any experience with meditation or anything that I'm talking about in this video, I'd love to know in a comment down below, because I'd love to open up discussion. You might have found something else that I don't know of yet. One of the things that I was very interested in actually was Tai Chi, and Tai Chi is another way to kind of calm the mind and refocus yourself if you're feeling kind of agitated or overwhelmed with something, or you're about to kind of like go a bit, you know, meltdown or feeling a bit crazy. So I always used to see like Tai Chi was definitely very good for that, and I think Tai Chi is amazing actually. In terms of the how Tai Chi relates to yoga, they both are physical endurance at a certain point, because it's doing stuff that your body's not used to, but the more you do it, the more your body gets used to it. And then they're also meditative in their sense of their practice. You know, they calm the mind, they focus, and that's just amazing. Now guys, I'm not saying that everybody has to go out and try one of these things, but I'm just saying that if you're having issues in these areas, then maybe consider it, or maybe just consider even just checking out for one class. Like I went to one class and then I thought it was good, so I went back for some more. Also, this isn't my first ever yoga class. My first ever yoga class was last year in the winter, when Naomi was pregnant. I actually went to a yoga class with my dad again, by a different person, and that one was more kind of like exercise than it was meditation and spiritual, but this new one is like spiritual. And by spiritual, I don't mean, you know, sitting there praying to God or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's more about the self and the universe, and self-love, self-care, being, you know, aware in the moment, things like that. And that sounds really interesting, and that I find it fascinates me. And I wrote a book about all those things as well. Obviously my book that I'm known for as well, the bestseller, you know, that kind of goes over those things, and I love that. I think it's super cool. But you know, again, it's not for every single person. I would definitely tell you to try it out. Don't just dismiss it, but at the end of the day, it's your choice, and It's all down to you. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the video that is next to me here. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see more. I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.